Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another episode on the Bubblewski channel. Today, as you can see, I'm reviewing a drone, and that is called the TELLO, and that is what I'm going to be trying to do different video parts on in the future, both of skating and such, and I'm going to be doing a review on it today. So, before we get into this, make sure you like this video and to subscribe if you haven't already for more cool episodes like this one. And now let's go ahead and see what all we have in here. So the TELLO, when you get it, it should come in a box like this. Nothing too major. Just the back and the front has designs on it. I guess the front or the top and the bottom too. You're going to open it up from this side is how I like to open it. You can open it from the bottom or such, but I prefer opening it from the side. It's going to come in this little foam, or not foam, but kind of like a tough styrofoam almost. And then you open it up and you have the TELLO in here. The TELLO itself is actually a pretty good design. It has the camera instilled with it, so you can't move the gimbal or anything, but honestly I think it's good where it's at. This is the battery slot, so it does have interchangeable batteries. If one happens to die, you can switch to the other one and fly longer. And they have little pads on the bottom. We have marked them so we don't get the propellers confused. So if you don't know why that would matter, it's just because if you put them in the wrong place, it's picky and it will not fly. Anyway, it has two vision positioning sensors on the bottom here. Now this does mean that the drone can go into attitude mode, which we'll talk more about in a minute, but it will make it way more stable. So, aside from the drone, we have two batteries here. When you just get the drone, you get one. Each extra battery is, I would say, about 20 bucks. That's actually not bad though, because they fly for about 15 minutes, around there, about 13 to 15 minutes. So I actually got mine in a Walmart value deal. I got two batteries and a controller, the drone itself, and some extra skins here, which I will show you. So the skins is basically just like a sticker. I thought at first it was going to be like a slip-on thing that you put on the top, like a clip-on little plastic thing, but it is just stickers. So notice that they have little grooves here that is going to go wrap around the drone. This one is camo, this one is rainbow. I did have a sword one too, which you can also get in this pack, but I ended up accidentally mangling that one, ended up having to throw it away. So anyway, I thought those were pretty cool in case you're in a little mood to, let's say you're in a happy mood and you're in a tree, like a tree area, you could put on the camo skin or something like that. So mainly I just leave these skins off. You can use them, but I usually don't, just for the fact of, I don't know, I just feel like it makes the battery work harder. So moving on to the controller. This is a not specified controller for the drone. This is a extra controller. So the drone in the first place was not made with the controller. It was meant to be flown with the phone. And you can fly it with the controller now. You can use the GameSo T1 wireless controllers, which I'm using. You can also use different other drone controllers. You can use a Mavic Aero drone controller and a DJI Spark controller. But this GameSo T1 wireless controller I have found to be the best. This is also like a professional gaming controller, so it can double. It has the phone holder here. It can hold, I'd say, a pretty wide phone. So if you have like a wider phone, then you could fit it in there still. If you get this controller with it, it will come with instructions telling you how to use it and such. So, on to the details about it. Each battery would fit into the slot like this, and then all you're going to do is press this button on the side, and then that's going to turn it on. And it takes about not 15 minutes. It takes about It takes about an hour and a half, I would say. The book says an hour and a half, I'd say an hour, so I'm just going to put it at 1 hour and 15 minutes to charge each battery individually, or which I have not purchased yet, but I am intending to purchase, is a charging station. You can charge up to 3 or 4 batteries at the same time in 1 hour and 15 minutes. So that is nice. Until then, I have to charge it for about 3 hours, which isn't bad because I usually don't fly this in the house, just for the sakes of accidentally running into a wall or such like that. So, when you get this drone, you're going to have to calibrate it. So you're going to have to go into the app, you're going to have to it's going to tell you to calibrate it, and you're going to have to flip it on different sides so it can get used to its new surroundings and all of that. That is, if it is not used. If it is used, then more than likely it has already been calibrated. So, I'm going to go ahead and take this thing outside to fly in the backyard, and I'll show you the different stabilization all that, different flight modes and such, and then I'll show you some footage that I took of the skate park. So, I'll see you in the backyard. Alrighty guys, and we are in the backyard now. As you can see, my drone is down there at the bottom. I'm going to try to get flying. If needed, I will adjust it. Now, to take it off, and then from there you will control it. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off. Okay, it looks like I'm going to need to adjust it. As you can see, this is very stable. I mean, this is a very stable drone for the amount of money you're paying for it. This is a GPS drone, so that is one reason why it is so stable. As you can see, it's kind of starting to shift around. That is basically just to keep it stable. So, I'm going to go ahead and record our whole session here so you can see some shots from it. And then I'll show you some photos from other places around town after that. So, I'm going to show you some movements or some special things that you can do with it. This is called flight modes. There is quite a few flight modes for this drone, so I'm going to show you bounce mode. Bounce mode it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I think that potentially in some shots it could be used. So, I'm going to start bounce mode. Basically it just goes up and down. As you can see, it just goes up and down in the same spot unless you decide to move it. I'm going to exit bounce mode. And as you can see, still stable. Let's see, I'm going to start 8D flips now. I mean, usually it's 3D flips, but this is 8D. So this is a flip. I mean, that was very stable. This is, like, very stable. This is amazing. So, I'm going to try forward flip. The forward flips, as you can see, are kind of unsteady, but I'd still give it good marks. So, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and do circle, or not circle, but 360. It's just going to spin around and record a video, and while it's doing that. As you can see, there I am. Just going to keep going in a circle until it gets to the place that it was started at, which is right here. Automatically stop the video. I'm going to record again so you can see some shots once more. I'm going to take this a little bit deeper into the yard so I can make sure I'm not going to hit anything, but I will show you circle mode next. Alright, sorry for that it is kind of loud, but I'm next to a air conditioner. So anyway, I'm trying to back it up so that you can see the whole circle. But basically, I'm going to go next to the drone. So potentially, as you can see, it does a pretty good circle, but it is a little sketchy because it kind of overtones when it starts to tone, but yeah. So, okay, sorry about that, guys. My drone just went into attitude mode, so it didn't want to listen to me, but now we are good and at it. So, let's get to it, and I'm going to try a few more flight modes. So, I'm pretty sure we've tried all of them except 2. So I'm going to try up and away real quick, which I'm going to get a different angle from. Okay, now I'm going to try up and away, which is a sort of drone-y shot, if you know what that means. I'm going to start now. It's going to slowly go up and away from me. It doesn't go too far, just far enough to get a good shot. And then, as you can see, it automatically stops the recording. You can't see that probably, but it automatically stops. So, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and bring it towards us, so that the drone is in safe range. And I'm going to go ahead and try up and away. And throw and go. Excuse me. So, I'm going to go ahead and land it. So you can see this. It has to be, it can't be taken off once you're in this mode. Okay, this is what's going to happen. Hoping you could see that. I don't know if you've seen that or not. Basically, I just threw it and tossed it in the air slightly, and it so anyway, basically I just gently tossed it in the air, and it automatically started flying. Of course, this is mainly good for if you're flying it in snow or other weather conditions that you would not rather sit on the ground for, or something like that. So I think I've showed you all of the different flight modes. So today, I'm just going to go ahead and show you some shots and pictures that I'm getting with this thing. It actually does take really good photos. The video, it's not really necessarily bad. It just is a little bit noisy. It has a lot of noise in it, and it starts to go kind of jumps, not like a real big jump, but it's just slightly enough to where you barely notice it. But I wouldn't really say anything other than that. It's not really a big deal. So the photos are really great on it. I'll show you some photos and all of that good stuff, and I will hope to see you on the next episode.